We are here with the Civil War Museum in Kenosha, and we are going to be doing a fun activity today called Civics 101, and we'll talk a little bit more about why it's called that in just a minute. But let's introduce ourselves. So, I'm Jenn Edgington. I'm Curator of Social Studies Education at the Kenosha Museum campus.
Hi, I'm Mari Pavlik, Education Assistant at the Kenosha Museum campus.
Perfect. So today, we're actually going to be talking about the US Citizenship test, and there's a reason that we'll talk about at the very end. So the Civics test covers important US history and governmental topics. It is a test that they take kind of last step to become a US citizen. And to study, people are given 100 questions about different topics in US history and the government. And out of those 100 questions, they will be asked 10 on the day of their test. Some of the questions range in difficulty and kind of topics. I was telling Mari earlier about one about Ben Franklin that's on there that I was reading to my husband, and it was, what is Ben Franklin known for? And he responded, the kite, and that wasn't even an option. It was looking at being the inventor of printing presses, and being an inventor, working the printing presses, being the first postmaster general of the United States. So there's quite a few different things. And we just want to remind you, because we're playing a mini trivia game, and sometimes there's always disagreement. These answers did not come from us. These are real questions that are from the US Citizenship test. We kind of tweaked it for our program. And all questions, all answers came from the US government. So if you get it wrong, we're sorry. We just really wanted to do this program to see if a lot of people could pass the US Citizenship test, which I know some schools do in high school. Mari, you said you took this in high school, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So hopefully you learn this throughout your educational career and you're able to pass these questions with flying colors. So we're going to get started. All right.
All right. So what does the Constitution do? A, sets up the government. B, defines the government. C, protects basic rights of Americans. Or D, all of the above.
All right, we'll give everybody a second to write down their answers. Ready?
It is D, all of the above.
Perfect. And we just put the beginning of the Constitution on here, just in case you didn't know it. But we're going to go on to the second question. So what is not one of the freedoms from the First Amendment? So is the freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, the right to vote, or the ability to petition the government? All right, ready? The First Amendment actually outlines our freedoms of religion, of speech, of the press, of the right to assemble, and to petition the government. The right to vote for all citizens, so that did not matter race, gender, all of that came at the 19th Amendment, which is actually the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage this year. So it was far after the Constitution was developed that everyone, every US citizen could vote.
All right. So next question is, what is one branch of the US government? And the answer is one of these three: a legislative branch, the executive branch, or the judicial branch. So the legislative branch covers Congress, the Senate, the House, and the House of Representatives. The executive branch covers the president, vice president, and the cabinet. And then the judicial branch covers the Supreme Court and other federal courts.
Perfect. And this is kind of a bonus question, but I feel like it goes along so well. So what is the name of the power that keeps them all balanced? Checks and balances, right? But in this I like this diagram. It came from USA Gov. You can see also that the legislative branch makes the laws, the executive carries out the laws, and the judicial interprets the laws, which I think is really a great synopsis of what they do. All right. I think we have our last question. So what is not a power of federal government? So A, to print money, B, conducting elections, C, to make treaties, or D, to declare war. So the federal government actually has powers that are to print money, to declare war, to create an army, to make treaties. Those are actually the only 4 that are on the US citizenship test. The state powers, these are not on the US citizenship test, but I wanted to include them so that we could see the difference. They include, so they're not limited to, but they include conducting their own elections, taking care of their own roadways and infrastructures, working with interstate trade, and then looking at constitution ratifications as well. So again, when we talk about the citizenship test, those federal government powers are only those 4. So I know that this was just a quick little segment of fun trivia. We wanted to give you a taste because we actually will be doing this program later in the summer in person when the museum's open. And then we also wanted to do it because it corresponds to an upcoming exhibit about immigrants that fought in the Union Army. So 25% of the Union Army was foreign-born at the time of the Civil War. So our new exhibit will be looking at who some of those men were, where they fought, and what they did. So this citizenship test kind of correlates to our new exhibit that we have opening sometime soon. But in the meantime, if you like this type of activity, this type of programs, please check out our website and our social media. We do have several videos, we have online tours, we have online activities for kids, and we have a lot of different things going. So we hope to see you again soon. Bye, everyone.